One way of knowing yourself is through empathy. The definition of empathy is to be able to relate to what somebody else is going through as if you were going through it. It's basically living somebody else's experiences. If you are able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and then analyze the lessons even of somebody else, it will help you in your everyday life learn to look at yourself and what you're doing. For instance, for everything that you see, before you formulate your opinion, you say, what if that was me? Then it will give you a different opinion at the end of the day of what you would have said if you have not done that. If you see somebody homeless and the first thing you say is, they lazy. Before you say, oh, they lazy, you say, what if it's me? If you see somebody getting beat on that does not have the strength, the willpower to leave, and you go, oh, she's stupid. First thing you need to say is, what if it was me? If you see a hoe and she is having sex with a whole bunch of people, you do not know the reason she ended up being the way she ended up. You do not know the reason that the woman is getting beaten, nor do you know the reason that the homeless man is homeless. Because there was something, some event that happened in their lives that triggered the road to where they ended up and what you're perceiving. That hoe could have possibly been molested. What if it was you? You know, that bum could have been just neglected as a child. What if it was you? That woman that was getting beat on could have gotten physically abused as a kid. What if it was you? Empathy is a great tool in being open to loving each other and non-judging of each other. At one point in time, even I'm realizing like mothers hollering at their kids and don't have patience with their kids, which I am guilty of, and I'm trying to correct myself. Just, breaking, slave mentalities and generational curses. I once was a kid who did not understand and was not able to compute on a fast level and not be able to rationalize and analyze and figure things out. That's a kid. If you had empathy, you would begin to ponder what causes somebody to be the way they are. For example, there are a lot of family members of the patients that I take care of that are angry when they come in. They're angry because their family member is sick. Before I react to them negatively and judge them for the way they're treating me, I have to put myself in their shoes and, look at the circumstances surrounding a person. And it helps me deal with them better and accepting the fact that, I just don't take it personal. I realize it's not about me personally. It's about them grappling and dealing with their own emotions and having difficulties accepting the things that's in their life. Empathy for the ignorant is one of the hardest things to do, because when we see somebody that's ignorant, and meaning they're saying things and they're making statements based upon things that they don't understand, that they don't know about, and if they're ignorant, they don't even realize they don't know what they're talking about. Is like, it's like the old phrase, better close your mouth and let somebody think you're a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. You looking at them like, okay, how is it that you're so quick to open your mouth and you don't know what you're talking about? It's hard to remember that person is ignorant. They don't know that they don't know what they're talking about. Empathy for the ignorant is one of the is one of the best things that you can have, because you can always go, well, what if that was me? Or what if I didn't know? You know? And be grateful that you do know. You can't, somebody that's ignorant, that basically does not know that they don't know, it's hard to teach them that they don't know what they're talking about. Because if they're ignorant, meaning they don't know, they think they do know. They think they do know what they're talking about. So it's better to just let them continue to live their life. And, you know, life has a way of showing people themselves, whether they choose to see it or whether they choose to ignore it. My mama always say, when God talks to you and try to get your attention, God throws a pebble at you. And that is, no, first God gives you a sign. The sign is your intuition, your first mind. First God gives you a sign. Then you might be ignoring the signs. You might just not know how to pay attention to them. Then God, you know, starts tossing pebbles at your window. Starts tossing pebbles at you, trying to get you to see. Most of the time, people see the pebbles. People do see the pebbles. They just choose to ignore the pebbles. And eventually, God hit your ass with a brick. So even if somebody is ignorant, something will happen that will definitely get their attention. You know, that's just what how karma works. The things that they do to other people will eventually get done to them so that they can see. And the sad part in that is sometimes people still don't see. That can all happen. Get hit, karma come back around, and unless you're not paying attention to it, you don't realize it's karma. What are you doing? Get off them clothes. They don't realize it's karma either way it go. And if you can recognize these things in them, don't do that. Don't get in this karma. If you can recognize those things in them, and you can see things that they can't see, that's when your compassion and your empathy should kick in. Because it's like, what if that was me? What if that was me? What if I was the one that didn't understand? What if I was the one that didn't get it? What if I was the one that thought I knew it and I thought I knew what I was talking about and I didn't know what I was talking about? Empathy is a good, not sympathy, not feeling sorry for the person, but empathy. Actually putting yourself in their shoes, in that scenario. It will make you treat people better. Because you would treat them like you want to be treated. Because all you got to do is put yourself in their shoes. Where if I was having a bad day, would I want somebody to cuss me out? Everybody, has a bad day from time to time. Everybody gets an attitude. When I want somebody to cuss me out, maybe that person just received some traumatic news and they're having trouble processing it and accepting it and dealing with it. And, it's manifesting itself by them having an attitude with you when you drive up to the window at McDonald's. What if it was you? What if you was the person that was checking you out and, your mother had a heart attack and they wouldn't let you leave work to go see about your mother, so now you just upset and you can't do anything but being angry. You never know somebody else's situation. So, empathy is a good way to learn to love one another. And I'm out of here. Love and peace. I'll meet you next time.